away from a semi-final placing. Liquid are looking to get there in style. But will it be so easy? Na'Vi on their home ground, the home territory, a 10-match win streak for this team. Liquid, well, Na'Vi don't want them to be the team to break it. We're right on in. Na'Vi on the T side as well. Good bit of util for a Dust2 pistol, and up cat they go. Na'Vi running wild. Liquid on the other side. And even though Fallen picks Flamey through a smoke, Na'Vi have not stopped in their tracks. They are still going to commit.
Oh yeah, that molly's going to force Grim out into the open, and Na'Vi now flood into this A-bomb site. Boomish gets the bomb planted, but over at the catwalk, that is where the real danger starts to come in. Oh, the bomb just goes down, and Boomish lives to tell the tale, tucked in behind these boxes. Perfecto trying to do all he can to cover, but with this CT player now being a bit of a nuisance, the amount he's able to help out is looking limited. He's losing teammates left and right, and in the blink of an eye, it is all left into the man in question. Wow. And Stewie takes his head clean off. Team Liquid, they get that pistol round locked in. And Stewie's looking excited. I think he's a really good talking point, right? Obviously relieved of those IGL duties, the burden that comes with leadership, that instead entrusted into the hands of Fallen. And I feel like we've seen a real resurgence out of Stewie 2K as a result.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that on the first map as well. He kind of snuck in with top frag at the end, and that's a really good sign for Liquid. We've been seeing him far more on that lurk role, finding success on maps like Mirage as well, and Liquid taking down FaZe and Vitality already in this bracket. They've looked really, really ferocious. So with Stewie at the helm, with Fallen leading the charge, I think this could be a really good year for Liquid fans. Na'Vi, though, not sleeping at the wheel. They're going to buy right up in the second. Bomb plant allows for Galils. Not quite the AK buy, but Nav pushing in, could get caught. Electronic, that's a key kill to keep this default standing for Na'Vi. It's going to force Liquid to commit with Fallen inside of the B site. And he can't get aggressive, he can't make any more moves, but he is posted at the back with the scout, as simple as looking longingly down middle. Stewie's not offering up that kill. And Na'Vi have been given a huge opportunity to group and execute towards a bomb site. Certainly looks like an A take right now with Long in their pocket, but Liquid have read it well. They've lent 3 towards A. They've still got Cat for Grim, and he can stall things out with a Molotov too. So Liquid, not out of the round yet, but they are getting trapped. They are getting enclosed upon by Na'Vi coming from all directions.
Oh, and now losing Stewie in that fashion down here in middle, that applies even more pressure towards a Legion code that are over towards this A-bomb site. They feel the urgency to try and get some kind of information, and they will double up more towards the catwalk side. Now, this could expose some vulnerabilities over at Long, and very, very quickly, Elige is going to get this info that that's where the play's looking to come in, but it's the blindsiding from short that is the death of Elige. Electronic on for 3 in the round, and I think he's gonna be a real important piece of the puzzle here for Na'Vi. Back on Overpass, you know, it ends 14-16 with victory just snatched away by Team Liquid. And it was a pretty quiet game for Electronic. You know, I found myself having to look towards guys like Perfecto alongside Simple in a lot of these 2vx's. Boomich as well had like a pretty lights out game, which is always nice to see. But Electronic is the guy that you want more from, right? He is the guy that you tout alongside Simple as part of this dynamic duo. So let's see if he can give us that here on a home map for Na'Vi.
Yeah, they've already flipped it on its head, right? Winning a force buy, and now the AKs are out and about. Ooh, Perfecto, dodging death, just gets away for the time being, but they are hounding him down from the tunnels. He's going to have to smoke it off. Electronic fighting on that A site, and Na'Vi should be fine to just slip this one in and find themselves a second. Liquid with very little to fight back. Fallen with a USP, crying out loud. He should be dead meat. Ooh, oh. There's some damage, but yeah, they get closer. Fallen drops the bomb. All right, mate, chill out.
All right.
Flamey and Simple will keep this round alive for Na'Vi, and it should have never really gotten this close, with lots of damage done, but only 1 kill converted for Liquid. Na'Vi go 2-1 up, and we have another full eco for the Liquid side. Harry, only 1 European team left in this tournament. If you don't count the CIS rosters, that of which there are many,
It's really cool, isn't it? And, you know, I think everyone for the longest time felt like this red wave coming, right? Like, oh, it maybe is going to happen, like, with how good the skill level has looked in CIS. I think that's one of the reasons why whenever you'd see NAVI play in, like, CIS RMR events, you know, it was never, like, a certain victory. And I think that really sets us up for some exciting storylines looking to these playoffs, right?
Yeah.
NAVI famously do struggle against CIS competition, and hell, man, the playoffs are stacked with it.
Yeah, who's not struggling against teams like Spirit right now? And it's cool because it's not just CIS, right? Obviously, with Astralis being the one EU team, but we've got North American and South American representation, right? This really is global offensive. For the entirety of last year, we sat around watching, you know, NA teams tear up their region, beating MDL rosters. Liquid were one of them who had, you know, decent success back at home, but really were just longing to show what they could do on the world stage against the world best here over in the European region. And well, now they're here with a vengeance, a map up, and only 15 rounds from semi-finals. Na'Vi want to make it a tough turn, though. Fallen, another USP kill, perhaps, but Simple tapped. And even though it's silence, they should work out where he is pretty quickly. Fallen, dead man walking, and they're going to finally find him out. 3-1 for Na'Vi, but just going about their business, right? We talk about how winning the force buy is often better than winning the pistol, as it can just dig your opponent that deep, deep hole of economy. Liquid, their first buy round coming out in number 5, and even then it's going to have weaknesses, i.e. kits. And even the util isn't perfect. We do have Fallen on the AWP though, and he's had some banging games so far here at Katowice.
Oh, and this round is no exception to that. He's plucked Boomich out of it early on. 2 IGLs clashing over in middle. And Fallen coming out ahead. Now Boomich just has to sit from beyond the grave and try and, you know, conduct this orchestra to victory in round number 5. RV grouping for what looks like a B hit. Bit of a fake thrown in from Electronic, but, you know, I use that word very, very tenuously. He's mollied and flashed short. He's just hoping to even keep one extra body over towards that A bomb site. Paranoid about an A hit looming, but Fallen, I was going to say hasn't fallen for it. He does get decked by Perfecto, and now we look at Stewie to try and hold down this B bomb site. The flash is good. He sets himself up for the first, but burning alive. Sees the B site fall into Na'Vi hands. And now a retake that you're kind of on the fence about. You know, it's a 3-on-3. You don't want to just dedicate to the save right away, but if a kill, you know, goes against you, if you can't find these openers, it might just have to be a save for this first rifle round from Liquid.
Yeah, that's spray for Stewie, but Simple on 10 as well, right? If that was a kill, then Liquid would be, you know, loving it, running right back in, but they have no kit. The time is playing against them in this position. Flamey has cover, but Simple could just die out on an island if Flamey is caught looking the wrong way, but he does provide one, and Simple shot in the back. Nothing he can do about it. Perfecto trapped to the boxes. They can double peek, and there's the trade for a Liege with 3. Should have time for the defuse as well, albeit very close. And that's going to be Liquid just about stealing a second round. Oh, he's got it.
Man, I did not like that crossfire, you know, like Simple, as you say, very, very vulnerable there. He had to turn on a dime to stay alive, and while Flamey's spraying, he actually hits him down to 5.
Oof.
Like, there was almost the TK to throw that one away.
Yeah, the double tunnels wrap is what works for Liquid there, right? Because if they're coming from door and window, then Simple's in a great position to actually, you know, not only be covered from those spots, knowing that it's like essentially a headshot angle with the box covering your crouched body, but him and Perfecto could have locked that one in. But instead, it was Na'Vi with, you know, one player watching tunnels, and that's where the bulk of the retake was coming from for Liquid. So no kit needed, but a fast start for Electronic, who runs out the long doors and gets behind the blue bin. He's going to have to smoke the molly, saved by his teammate instead, and they boost up. Fallen trying to help, but they actually molly him off. They're trapping Grim in the pit, and there's nothing he can do about it with Fallen cordoned off by utility. No rush for Na'Vi. We know how good this long position can be for them, and they just hold on, hang about, and wait for the smokes to fade.
That's the thing, man. Grim is asking for help. He's begging for help, and now he's dying in a vat in the pit. Boomich will jump down and secure the double opener. And so Stewie's got to fade away out of there. That attempt to rescue Grim, to save him from the clutches of Na'Vi, they were just relentless in that utility. They wanted that one kill, and they end up getting away with far more than that. So now posted up nicely in this round, a 5-on-2. Liquid are already feeling down and out about this one.
Yeah, Stewie might just get caught trying to leave to save Can he get into spawn in time? Simple moving in, just misses the timing. But at this point, yeah, it's a Na'Vi round, right? There's no doubt about it. NAF is so far away. Good shot for Stewie, but the trade was inevitable with 3 players swinging on the long side, and Na'Vi can plant for that position as NAF just sits back and holds on to his FAMAS. Na'Vi, they were hunting a lot on Overpass, right? The one thing that was really good for them, despite Liquid having a dominant T-side start, was Na'Vi were just punishing that economy, be it winning 4 spies and breaking that CT muddy, or more often than not, chasing down players and killing them as the round goes off. It kept Liquid on the back foot for so long, and they were only just able to close out the map. So you can already see Na'Vi have their eyes on the prize, and now falling from the sky. It's 4 for Na'Vi and no survivors.
No money either, right? So your problems just multiplying by the second if you're Liquid. This is Na'Vi where they're looking now to springboard themselves into a big lead. I like the Boomich is keeping up his ability from Overpass. You know, he's someone who we see have very, very fluctuating performances for Na'Vi. Sometimes it feels like if Boomich is like doing well, it can almost be a bad sign, like a bad omen. But he's looking deadly. No weak links identifiable early on. And that's exactly what we want, man. We want a 3-map series out of this. We want a brawl. And that's exactly what we're getting delivered. Now, one player does manage to get past them on the catwalk, but I think this has been communicated. Perfecto looks very aware. And so there it is. No more cheeky USP kills for Fallen. Don't know how he's gotten away with so many in this map already.
Yeah, clean as can be for Na'Vi as well, right? Like, Liquid already have an insurmountable task of dealing with this Na'Vi economy that is building and building and building. You got Flamey on $12,000 almost, and Na'Vi are not going to be eco anytime soon. Liquid are going to need multiple rifle rounds back to back if they want to break this Na'Vi money. Instead, it could be a steamroll. We know the 3rd map of this series is Inferno. That bodes well for Liquid, I'd say, especially considering, you know, Na'Vi, they may be on a 10-match winning streak, but the last loss they took was to Liquid, Inferno being one of those maps. They got 2-0'd. They have beat them since that point on the same maps that was in that veto back at Blast, but even so, something to fall back on for Liquid. However, you're still playing for the here and the now. Fallen, no armor behind his FAMAS. He has got a Zeus. Maybe that was a misbuy that got in away and couldn't buy Kev as a result, just went for nades. That's a bit awkward, but not the end of the world. Na'Vi are looking critical at least, right? Lots of headshots. Armor may not make a difference in a round like this. Simple's looking for mid picks, and it's nice to see Liquid peel out and not offer any up, right? They're anchoring the bomb sites, they're playing very safe, forcing Na'Vi to commit, and Boomich will up catwalk with a run boost. Fallen also playing a headshot angle towards the ramp as well, so avoiding that lack of Kevlar, but they need to keep onto long if he wants to stay in this position. So Grim has a lot to do if Flamey's going to try and lurk him in the late round. Flamey, more often than not, will just hide behind the top mid boxes and wait for a cat retake if Na'Vi do find success, but we'll see how he changes his position as the round goes on. Liquid are even getting aggressive, and Fallen inside of the smoke is read by Boomich. That will cause Na'Vi to just hit the go button and storm the site.
Yeah, Na'Vi are so slow till the exact moment they're not, and then they just speed, they run you down.
Oh dear.
Grim getting away with a lot of damage there at long, and now Na'Vi are kind of reconsidering. They drop Electronic off of that angle to hold CT, and you were dead on about Flamey. He's holding down this cat retake. With him not getting any information, they know that this CT position is going to be stacked, and so Electronic is in a good spot to go 1-for-1 at the very, very least. With these kills coming in, Naf, the best he can hope for is a save in this round here. Na'Vi, they've not really shown any mercy yet, and this round is no different. They are hunting Naf down. He wants to get away with the M4. But even that, you know, it's such a small consolation prize for another round going dominantly in favor of this Na'Vi T side.
I don't know if he's keeping this one.
Oh, yeah, they're narrowing it down now. They know Naf still fighting, does not want to give this M4 away, but when it comes to Simple, you don't have a choice in the matter. Na'Vi, they get 6. They sacrifice a lot chasing down that gun, But
Worth
with,
it.
you know, like 3 players sat above 12 grand, you don't mind.
Yeah, absolutely worth it there for Na'Vi, right? Especially keeping the AWP. If they lose everyone, that kind of sucks, but it's not a reality we have to deal with. And yeah, Flamey, that position is crucial, right? Because even though Liquid don't retake from Cat, probably due to the fact that they know what Na'Vi like to do, like that's just such a normal position for Flamey, it's information, and that's crucial. And it's Na'Vi now knowing where Liquid are coming from. Simple, just kill him falling through the doors. Don't worry about that. And the D on a Liege could be damn dirty up on the catwalk. He goes in lower though, and he won't finish the job. And Na'Vi just crunch B at this point. 2 players. It's probably going to go well for them. Stewie on his own gets the dink, but can't follow up. And that might just be the B site falling with a round following. Boomage dodges the flash and deals with a Liege, knowing there was likely a peek off the back of the utility. Grim could just run through the door. Can he catch a timing?
The bomb is still in T-spawn, and Simple, instead of just rotating with it, he drops the bomb to the man who's with him, throws it over to Flamey, and he's like, no, I'm getting this kill. And he's finally given the chance. Simple gives the AWP over to Naf.
Run.
2 missed shots, and now an AWP to save. Na'Vi, this is where, you know, having this long bomb rotation actually allows them to hunt this AWP down. It's only just planted, and so Na'Vi are already getting closer to Naf. This time, with no Simple to uproot the save, maybe he can look to get away with it. This T-spawn wrap is coming in, though, so he knows he needs to win one of these fights soon, and it's only the leg to Perfecto, who snatches that AWP back into play for Na'Vi.
Perfecto's playing out of his mind right now. 14-3 on this guy. He is looking so damn sick. And even in that position there, it's like the patience to not chase the kill. You know, if you die to Nav, you give him a chance to escape. You give him a route to run. Instead, Perfecto's just jumping, he's shooting, he's baiting, and he's waiting for his team to, you know, surround Nafly towards the top and middle. VP, though, not having an easy time on the second map of the series, Furious pick, and they are responding well. That's over on the B stream, also for a spot in the playoffs, but one of those teams will be going home empty-handed. At least in our series, everyone's a winner to a degree. Both these teams going through to the playoffs, but you'd love to lock in a semi-final placing.
Well, especially if you're Na'Vi with Spirit picking up that win earlier. Like, you want to leave no doubt that you're still the top dogs in the CIS region.
And that would put you straight through to the semis, giving us a Na'Vi Spirit potential final.
Yeah, potential, right? And fighting for that crown.
Uh-oh.
Naf. With this AWP, that second AWP alongside Fallen, smoked off. They're getting closer. They're out through middle as well. And suddenly this B bomb site is starting to feel a hell of a lot like a cage for these players that are trying to defend it. They'll make a good run. They deal with the 2 mid players, and the guys in tunnel haven't even gotten out yet. That's a double-edged sword right now for Na'Vi, because lurking in the tunnels behind, there's an even bigger danger in Grim. He's here very, very quickly, and no one's checking for him. Flamey, left in insurmountable odds, has dealt with the first, but how much more can you expect? That is going to be the end of the run for Flamey. And those B players do a great job of dealing with the mid split, denying the tunnels push, buying time for Grim to come in on that flank. And even though he only gets 1 from it, it just really drives that round home for Liquid. Doesn't leave you any room on the Na'Vi side. And that's a nice way for Liquid to find their first. They had the read, they had the flank, the players in B held their own.
Yeah, suffocating round for Na'Vi, right? Not one that you can expect Liquid to get out of with, you know, so much ease. Naf eats a shot through the door. Simple's not done. Flamey gets boosted along. He'll be left here for the long run. Will the molly trickle up, or will he be able to survive in the corner? We know that fire can climb walls vertically. Not fun, but Flamey's fine. This man lives in the fire. Boomage flashing Na'Vi up Cat. And Liquid still with his double AWP as well, held on. Naf at the back of B, playing a safe position considering the low health, and Fallen AWPing in the doors as well is not actually good for Liquid in this position. If Na'Vi commit to this A-split like it looks, if Fallen can't kill players crossing up Catwalk, well, you'd love to have that AWP on car. It's just not the reality we live in. Grim winning a fight at long, and now Flamey is trapped by the smoke. He can't go out and trade. Instead, he has to grab that bomb. And Elige, he may not have the AWP, but he's still got a scope up on the car, looking at the Catwalk. So Na'Vi in hot water right now, especially with Fallen moving into right position. This is going to be a very difficult cat take.
Oh, Fallen is now getting pressured, but he does have, well, did have a Liege alongside him. Here it is, the AWP makes its presence known. Na'Vi, they're trying to do everything they can to flush this AWP out. The bomb is actually getting planted right now. And so they're kind of stuck in this weird period of limbo. They want to play the post plant, but they're not being given room. Electronic is trying to create as much space as he can. There's still this AWP at ramp. Fallen hasn't been dealt with yet. This is such a weird round. Everyone is here fighting at the ramp area, but Electronic is just not giving you any space, any room. And he's still putting up numbers. Electronic with this hold over at the A-bomb site has left it all on Fallen. And Electronic locks in the round with 4. Na'Vi up to 8. Yeah, as that up close and personal A play finds them success. I don't know how they get away.
I just don't think that Liquid are ready for a plant that quick, right? Especially with Elige falling immediately. Fallen gets one, and you think if you're Fallen, well, you stalled it out. You've done a good job. You're not getting any more repeaks. And that's because Na'Vi aren't even crossing catwalk. They leave Simple back at the boxes, and they just say, hey, Electronic plant, I'll smoke your way out. They drop a smoke on Cat, and Electronic's given so much room to breathe and jump up and fight those CT spawn players. And Liquid are already scared of retaking from catwalk, right, due to Flamey's earlier position. So that's going to be something that has long-term consequence for Liquid. It's very hard to get past that. Stewie in middle, overwhelmed by Boomage, and this round's done. It's a broken bye for Liquid. We already talked about Navi's money flowing, and that just keeps on going, pushing through the door smoke with the flash, and more kills to be had here with Liquid in middle.
Oh.
Electronics warm back up, Harry. That's not a good sign.
No, but it is a good sign for the overall, you know, like kind of trajectory of this series, hoping that it goes the distance. And I think right now the fact that, you know, Perfecto and Electronic is stealing Simple's limelight within this Na'Vi squad on Dust, I think that's a good thing, man. Like, it's nice to see Perfecto playing as well as he is. The fact that now you've got Electronic side of the duo starting to come alive.
Yeah, and with, you know, that as well, Simple is just sitting in spawn in so many of these rounds, just holding doors. He's getting tags, he's had picks, he's been killing, saving players. So yeah, it's fine, right? Unleash your teammates and just hang around. Flamey's so blind, but so are the CTs. Oh dear, that was a bit of a mess. And somehow Liquid peel out without a single death.
That's very ballsy from Flamey.
Yeah.
You know, the logic, if I'm blind, they're blind. So he just holds W, no retreat. Maybe that would have been the safer option. Now they lose Perfecto down here in the bottom mid, so finally Na'Vi are getting tested in a round like this. They get Simple down into the pit. He's looking for this AWP that resides back in the A-bomb site. Fallen, he's been good at thinning out the herd as the pushes come in, but the head's been spotted by Simple. They know that he's tucked behind these boxes. Boomage can't quite flush him out, but Electronic will over the head of his IGL. Molotov at the short side facilitates this bomb plant too, so a situation where Na'Vi are going to be left in a 3-on-3. It's only the tag, and if you swing for the king, then you better not miss. Simple gets that kill onto Naf. Boomage on the AWP, flashed off the angle. They do get out through the catwalk, and they are getting closer, but Simple still alive, still a threat, and still taking heads off. It's left to Stewie, who drops into CT and tries to deliver. Electronic somehow thrown into a 1v1. Stewie remains composed, looking for the tap, and there it is. Na'Vi decimated by just one man. And by the looks of things, just enough time left for the defuse as well.
Yeah, big round for Stewie. He's been waiting for one of those as well, right? Like coming up from CT in so many of these rotations, being caught by, you know, multiple players peeking him at once off the top of catwalk, those annoying headshot angles. Well, Stewie finally gets a cat retake going, and him and Grim are all, well, you know, one-man army more than anything, but are at least able to get in position and finally win another round. Liquid just looking for scraps at this point, taking whatever Na'Vi will give them. Not a round Na'Vi expected to lose, but one that you can just brush off pretty quickly. The autos are out. It's not even the last round of the half, and they're still buying auto snipers. Simple kills Stewie, and revenge is sweet.
Yeah, winning that clutch is like poking the bear for Stewie, right? All you've done is make Na'Vi angry, and Simple's actually keeping the auto sniper into this round. The aggro are long, you know, the shadow's been spotted, so Flamey was always dead going into that fight. I'm really, yeah, I mean, this round's weird as hell, isn't it? Elige with the AWP, Simple on an auto sniper still. This is intentional. What's his plan with the auto? Na'Vi are fast out the catwalk. They've already got players in the site, and Simple's providing Overwatch with this auto. Is it going to come back to haunt you? It's a 2v2 retake, but the orbs are already in, and Simple taps down another.
Gross.
The auto sniper. Oh, Simple making it work. And Na'Vi up to 10.
They're just having fun with it, Harry. Why not? Get a few more. It's last round of the half. Get some more spam down mid. I mean, Simple doesn't need the assistance. He can do it on his own, as we've already seen. But what an unbelievable round. Picking Stewie to start it off, and then, I
was thinking, like, I don't know about this. Like, you know, I'm not one to question Simple, right? Like, he clearly, you know, he's not the kind of guy you feel right questioning, but the auto sniper, it seemed too ballsy.
Ooh, they're into lower. That's something. Is that cool, though? Yes, it is. Flamey very, very aware. And Elige, with the nade and the spray of the Deagle, does find Boomage getting out just in time. Electronics saw him retreat. Elige smokes the molly as well, but it's not really deep. Can he actually get out back to the site, jumping on the box, looking for an angle above the smoke? Ooh, playing with fire. And Electronic on the other side could just fire through and take him down. Elige makes noise. Oh my, I would not want to be Elige here. If he gets away with another, I'll be impressed. Now Navi are getting closer. Flamey cutting off mid rotates, and he's got Naf dead to right. Grim jumps up from Cat, and that's finally a chance for Liquid now to retake on the A site. Simple's in B with a bomb on his own with the auto. This is a pug. This is a death match, and Simple is not missing a beat.
Man, look, they're trying to still mop up these remaining A players, so they've at least dealt with Perfecto. But to get across mid, doing so throws you into the direct line of fire of Simple with this gun. Not where you'd want to find yourself if the previous results are anything to go by. And if you get spotted through those doors, they're a very scary place to be. Both players moving in. The Molotov keeps them out for the time being. Molly on a Simple, but he smokes it and swings for the fight. Damage done, but it's Electronic left to try and clutch it out. They're moving in for the defuse. Grim does not have a kit, but with the swing, the first shot misses. And Electronic, he only needed a second to snatch that dominant lead for Na'Vi. 11-4 on Dust2, and Na'Vi are eager to get to Inferno.
Got a thing to claim. Think that I'll crumble. I'll show you in style. Where you see me coming, better run for cover. 'Cause I'm not slowing down, I'm never going under. I survived the pain, I know it made me stronger. smoke clears, I'll still be on my feet, forget all of my fears, cause I know my destiny, I feel a champion, waking
NAVI, they're trying to send a message. Yeah, overpass was close. Yeah, Liquid took it, but here on the realms of Dust2, there's no room for Liquid as NAVI are sat 11-4 up at the end of that first half. A tall task now stands between Liquid and making this comeback happen. A pistol round victory, Hugo, we often say it would go a long way here for the Liquid squad. Anything just to help tip that momentum in their favor, even the tiniest of margins.
Yeah, there's always that worry though. They took first pistol, didn't they? And they got forced upon by NAVI. Obviously a lot harder to get away with on this CT side, but can't count them out of it. USPs firing down middle. The Liquid are going long. The cat smoke is in, and Liquid, Electronic rather, has confirmed that it's all a bit of a ruse. He's peeked out from short side, so Flamey's ready, and he makes a bit of contact, giving it up quickly, knowing it's likely the full entourage of Liquid team pushing out in this position. They do have smokes for the cross, NAF for the Molotov, and Flamey with a lot to do. Is he going to boost someone up, maybe swap positions? No, he just goes towards a catwalk. NAVI are taking this position to play retake on that A site. They have the kit to do it. They've cleared everything out, and now it's more clear than ever that Liquid are taking this site.
Yeah, these two players in B, they're playing back site, so we need these rotations because very, very quickly, things are getting out of hand inside of the A-bomb site. Stewie to open up. They've got a man trapped as well out on Gandalf. He desperately needs assistance here, or are they just going to leave you to fend for yourself?
Oh.
Electronics mopped up. Flamey, oh my god, you don't want to be in this position. He's getting pressured, he's getting pushed in by Liquid, and this is an incredibly dominant pistol round. Just simple left at the end of things, but not for long. Liquid take him down a peg, and they get themselves up to 5. Are we going to see that same force buy from NAVI? That's the big question.
Surely they've got enough room. They've got enough of a lead, right? These rounds aren't really great on CT side Dust2 because unless you're getting scouts, you know what else you're getting deeks, and at that point you're just hoping for your shots to hit. But Liquid are using util well, as we've seen from that pistol. NAF even threw that Molotov from long to short, causing NAVI a real problem. Who are playing for catwalk to give up. Hey, that's why Flamey got trapped at Gandalf. Stewie, big 3K. He has been instrumental in winning many of these rounds for Liquid. Not just back on Overpass, but here on Dust as well. And Liquid aren't exactly rolling in rounds, so they'll take what they can get. But let's see if this force for NAVI can again turn the tide. Simple in the doors. Oh, if he took that first shot, he would have had a lead. Instead, he's got to concede and fall back. But as Simple often does, he doesn't hold off for long, gives it another peek in and scares Liquid out of this position. Now boosted, allows Electronic to float back towards A. Already got a double B set up for NAVI. And Liquid just going about their default right now, not committed anywhere, but catwalk cleared out, and knowing there's no scout on the car could be a nice change for Liquid just to speed it up and take the site again.
Yeah, they've got this little cross smoke to get thrown in. CT smoke down as well. That makes these rotations that much harder to come through. Simple, while he hears the footsteps, he doesn't want to leave middle just yet, right? He's in this boost position, worried that it could all be a ruse. And that is not the case. Liquid are making their way out now through Cat, and Electronic should be calming this over. We might see Simple begin a rotation in a moment from his position over here in middle. Electronic, we need something big out of him if NAVI do want any chance in this force buy. Takes the head off of Grim, but is put down very, very low in the process. There's 15 seconds on this clock. And NAVI have been allowed a lot of room to rotate players up bit by bit. This is falling apart for Liquid. Everyone's getting tagged down low. Right now, there is one man with any HP, and that is Elige. He's losing teammates left and right, and so they send NAF out into the open, hoping that Elige is discounted, but spammed down by Simple, and the Deagles find it. Defuse him for NAVI, and for Liquid, it's a case of just taking too long, too much respect given over. They can't flush Electronic out of ramp. He deals with the man that they dispatched to try and get rid of him. And at that point, everyone's stuck on elbow. Like, they can't even go anywhere. You've got your entire post plant in one position, and the pistols just whittle them down.
Yeah, when Electronic gets that first kill, they were actually planting, and Liquid cancelled the plant. They thought they were going to get rushed by NAVI on ramp, but that's not the case. Electronic falls back, and he waits for his team, and Liquid wastes valuable time, which they could have been using, getting back into a post plant, but instead, like you said, stuck on the elbow. And NAVI now, they've lost both pistols, but they've won both 4 spies. So that's really draining for Liquid. Now on this T side, they don't even buy back in themselves. Just Eagles and mostly Glocks. This should be NAVI surely finding 13. At that point, it's such a tough task for Liquid to get any room in this map. Stewie gets out, not spotted, but even with the Glock. Now, oh, Boomich, did he see him? Now he does. Shouldn't be able to get past Galil. In fact, he just backs out.
Yeah, the only place I am worried about is Cat, because Electronic is rotating in late, and they're sneaking underneath him. Now he sees the head. Oh, there we go. Gets it eventually. And he's suddenly aware, yeah, if one's out, maybe more get past.
Beautiful.
Oh, don't worry, Electronic is there with the mop and bucket, ready to clean this round up. NAVI up to 13. And as you say, Liquid, they didn't try and continue the 4-spy wars. That's because they really don't have any room left in this map. Like, they're still vying for a win. They're still imagining they can take it. And they know that that's not going to happen without a full buy. This is what they put all the value in, though. This is where they're fully investing down to the last penny. And so if this round doesn't work, the odds are NAVI are taking Dust, and we go into a third map.
Yeah, and in dominant fashion as well after a very close overpass. Sui, he's run through the door. Hiding in the smoke. Not going to commit. He could have caught NAVI peeling back to B instead. Simple still is still here. Stewie giving it a go. And in all of this time passing, now players moving over to middle for NAVI from the A site. 2 in CT setting up the boost, but not going to get caught thanks to that smoke that gets replenished by NAVI. And yeah, Liquid, I mean, it's not even in the choke point, but that, if anything, is more scary. You don't want a player, working around the edge of it, catching you with a one-way. And so Liquid will just have to wait that one out while they fake the A site. It does look like a mid to B right now, and it's exactly what NAVI is set up for. 2 in the site, plus this boost. Liquid, their work is cut out for them.
Yeah, not even this smoke will save them from the wrath of Flamey boosted over with this Galil. He could get a lot done from this position. Pops off against the first target that's available, and this B play has been utterly dismantled by NAVI. 1 kill found, and it is onto the boosted Flamey. Other than that, reckoning day is upon Team Liquid. No money left, up against 14, and it's looking like an incredibly dominant Dust to propel us into that third map of Inferno.
Yeah, this series is heating up, and so are the buy rounds, Harry, because Simple, well, he bought the auto sniper T side. Surely he wouldn't do that.
He ain't done it again. He hasn't done it again. Nah, man, CT auto, you don't bring that out. Simple. Hitting them with the Doom Hammer.
The disrespect, I love it. Old teammates versus current enemies, and Simple looking to flex his way to a finish. Let's hope that Liquid don't hear that one rattle off. They're not going to know until it's too little, too late.
That's the thing. There's no greater rival than someone you used to call an ally, right? He's trying to get in the head. Simple with the lineup. Dropped by a Liege.
Nice.
Oh my goodness, the Deagle has wrecked them both. And with an auto now retrievable, Liquid, they're charging in towards it. Boomich can't hold the line at long, and Liege is just taking heads off. The auto sniper now picked up. Oh, he's trying to use it against NAVI.
The question is, do you throw it out the map, right? Or do you actually want to keep it? I guess at this scoreline, you keep it. Well, you haven't won the round yet. You've still got to convert this retake as NAVI are giving it a go. Perfecto finding Nav puts things into a more fair situation for NAVI. Obviously, very hard to come up from Catwalk here. And they're even getting flanked in middle by Stewie, who should have this round under lock and key, but missed shots. Grim uses the distraction to kill Perfecto, and Flamey is trapped with 2 HP in spawn. No getting out of here alive, as much as NAVI hunted down Liquid in that first half, or Liquid have the same plan in mind. Elige keeping the auto. And I'm sure we'll see that rattling off through the mid doors in this follow-up round.
Oh, and that's worst case scenario. Like, when you're buying that, if you're Simple, you're thinking, well, there's no way this comes back to haunt me. And here it is, coming back to haunt them. Who knew?
Simple regretting things on Dust2 against Liquid? No.
Yeah, surely not,
Never
right?
done before.
Oh my, Elige giving the auto, he's spamming through the mid doors. Na'Vi, they don't want to cross. Flamey's tagged, but he does live to tell the tale.
Boy, oh boy. Yeah, we're not getting ahead of ourselves, not yet, but...
Na'Vi also leaning heavily into B. That makes a lot of sense when you know the auto's in play, right? You're imagining the Liquid might try and go for a fast B play on the back of either slowing down the B players getting into the bomb site or just killing players on the cross. So you throw as many there as you can. Simple miss shot over in middle, and now Fallen tries to step up to take the challenge head on.
Ooh, crossing. Dangerous against a double sniper. Simple gets out alive, though. Back to the A site. And yeah, they, as you said, were set up triple B early, but with no rush from Liquid, Na'Vi want to play a more standard CT round, and so Simple will be found up on that car position. Firstly, supporting long, but when called by Electronic can come and look towards the catwalk. Liquid are in no hurry. Can be hard to get this auto going on the T side, right? Like, obviously very viable in a post plant, but in terms of getting entries, you are going to rely somewhat on these AKs. 40 seconds on the clock. Liquid bomb back to B, splitting this site late in the round. They did do a bit of damage on the cross, initially tagging Flamey. It's nothing crazy, but it may play into the round as Liquid have mostly rifles. Perfecto having a great game. Flamey going to try and assist in mid. Perfecto gives up B in the meantime as well, but it's mostly through the tunnels. 4 players at the 20-second mark, given a free B bomb site.
Oh yeah, Perfecto sees that. He does not like what he sees inside of B. There isn't a smoke for the cross. They've got to just run the gauntlet past these doors, and that is a grave error. There's 7 seconds. Stewie, the savior of Team Liquid, but the bomb has to go down, and they don't get it planted in time. Stewie with all the kills, but Na'Vi out with the round, and even losing Stewie after time. Man, that is heartbreaking. No smoke for the cross. Leaves them in the firing line of those B-side players that gave up B. And you thought Stewie had done enough, but the bomb getting dropped, NAF going back for it. And ultimately, Stewie 2K, a man where time always has been on his side, gets betrayed by it to give 15 over to Na'Vi.
That's not what Na'Vi expected, right? They knew the mid to B was coming at a certain point, but they were hoping for more numbers in middle, right? If you can successfully win a 5-on-3, kill 2 mid players like Liquid did earlier in the half, and then even concede the B bomb site, you can retake with an advantage. That's a good setup for Na'Vi, but instead, they get dealt a full B execute with 5 players coming through the tons after mid util goes through. Flamey kills the Liege, dropping the bomb, and from then on, it all just spirals out of control for Liquid. No matter what Stu can do, it's not enough. And Na'Vi just need to stay alive as the time ticks down. 15-6. Dear, oh dear. What a nice attempt from Liquid to actually try and steal back some momentum in this T side, but Na'Vi, the crushing reality, comes back to haunt them. And just one more round will send us to a 3rd map. Bit of a mixed bag for Na'Vi. They've taken everything. And the kitchen sink. FAMAS, AUG, M4, MP9, AWP. Variety is a spice of life. Right now, things are getting hot and heavy for Liquid. Just sat back relaxing and waiting for a kill to come their way. It never will.
Yeah, Fallen's actually dropped an AK over to Stewie, right? Just trying to bolster the firepower in a round like this. Na'Vi are going to try their hand at some catwalk aggression. Now, Liquid have been waiting patiently in mid, and they kind of wanted the aggression to come through. It set them up nicely with an early man advantage. Are they ready for a second cat player? Elige certainly is. Together, him and Stewie have cracked that A-bomb site wide open, and it might get even sweeter dealing with Flamey over in the tunnels. It is just Simple left. I want to hunt him down. He's taking the fight into Grim with this orb. Grim's got no idea. Simple just looking to stay alive and play it around the edge of this smoke. Grim goes through. Simple lets him pass. They pass each other like ships in the night through that smoke. But Grim with the turnaround, spots Simple. Knows he was up to his usual tricks. Liquid onto 7. Still a long ways to go before this even feels remotely doable. But they've taken the first of many important steps to forging this comeback, and they broke the money of NAVI to get that 7th round.
Yeah, we might even just see, you know, heavy investment here from NAVI. Already not really buying, but Simple's on 1400. Like, he can't do anything in the follow-up round. So yeah, he's dropped his scout, and Boomich throws that one over. So it's a bit of a mixed bag again, but you know, NAVI, they know they just need a full gun round with the orbs, with the rifles, and they should be fine and dandy to close. Liquid, however, trying to build some confidence, get some freebies in the bag. Stewie trapped at long, no nade to deal with him. And Flamey doesn't know how close they're getting. Hits a tag, but Liege covers Fallen. Perfecto, oh, simple. Doesn't matter what sniper hit this guy has.
That's the bomb dropped as well. Everyone's gone back because they're very, very worried about Boomich on this mid lurk, and so he's drawn the attention away from the bomb. He's just wasting time. They can't find Boomich. He's let NAF go by, and he's kept the element of surprise, the rarest element of them all, the one that really could have this round become something for NAVI. There's that first kill, and now he gets out of danger. They lose Perfecto in the meantime, but you've still got to get past Simple's scout over at long to get this bomb out of the pit. You don't know where Boomich is either. Like, Grim is still looking for him. Where has he gotten to? They cannot find Boomich, who's just remaining elusive.
Oh, they're going to boost Boomich up as well. NAVI weren't ready for Liquid to reset this heavily, but now they know the bomb is still here. Simple's going to swing, and he's going to hit Fallen in the face. Didn't need it. He was already low, and Stewie joins the boat at only 21 points of health. NAVI, they've fallen out. They've given up the A side, but Boomich is still here to deal with the cross. Double smokes gives everything away. No question now for NAVI that this isn't a commitment, and Boomich is going for the long wrap round through their spawn to try and flank out Liquid. They take the plant while they can get it. It's a safe plant as well. They know NAVI could be anywhere. And here they come, fast and furious.
Yeah, both players on the wrap round. Boomich and Simple fighting side by side, and this was never a round that NAVI were meant to win. However, now they have a good chance at that. Tapping Grim leaves it all on Stewie. Both players fighting together, moving up the crossroads, and Stewie just tucking himself in behind the boxes, shrinking himself down. They're wrapping onto him, and there's Stewie with the first, but Boomich trades it, and NAVI, they take this victory on a broken bye. They had absolutely nothing, and that doesn't stop them from reaching 16. My, oh my, if that's any indication of how this series is going to shape up, then you do not want